Howdy folks, back again with another installment of working on this computer, which now has Windows 95. I think we're going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm going to be installing Windows 98, because 98 is closer to Windows ME, but still keeps the pure DOS, and I can still run DOS games, but run Windows games. And I have a little surprise I think might work once I get it all set up. So we have the Windows 98 disk in the optical drive. I'm going to see if I can actually do an upgrade. It may work, it might not work. I have a batch file which I cooked up. I don't want to print it, which basically prompts the user, says, hey there, this is going to bypass some of the setup checks. Are you sure you want to do this? And then after the pause, you can either exit or just like cancel the program. Once you hit enter, it'll go to the C drive, go to Windows folder, rename the win.com to another name, but you know what it is, so that then the Windows installer will think it's a fresh install but upgrade the files. That's a little trick with the OEM install of Windows 98 you can do. You can trick the installer into thinking that it's not being used as an upgrade. Then, after it renames the file, it'll go back to the C drive, back to the D drive, the CD drive, and it'll go and find the folder that has this setup, and it's going to do the IM switch, which does a bypass of the conventional memory check, because apparently right now it's throwing that error where it says there's not enough conventional memory, even though there is memory. So without further ado, we're gonna start this up and see what havoc we can cause. So let's start up our little... I don't know if it's gonna crash because I installed the Windows 95 USB drivers. I might want to uninstall those drivers first. Just because I don't want it to... I might want to uninstall those drivers. Just because I don't, want it to throw some weird error. Let's see, disk drive, flip drive. Gonna remove the USB port drivers. Okay. And remove that one. Because the Windows 98 has USB support, but there are also Windows 98 USB drivers. I don't want to have them mixed. So let's hit enter. It's now going to be running setup with the /im, lowercase im, boot switch. It's going to be checking our system. Man, now I feel dumb. I figured out what the issue was. It was ScanDisk, along with conventional memory. The message was telling us what was wrong. It couldn't run ScanDisk. So I skipped ScanDisk because I know the hard drive's okay. And now we're checking the hardware using the setup wizard. So I'll let that finish and then come back when there's something interesting. Now I do know what this error is. It's because we started setup from the DOS prompt. So we're going to close it and hit OK. Cannot be upgraded. So this is going to be a little bit more tricky than I thought. Because I thought that, maybe we could just delete those files. Well, rename that is, but now let's actually delete them. And... Well, if you're watching this clip, then this clearly means I was able to get it running. Well, I was able to get Windows 95 installed. Without further ado, I'm going to kind of go over what I was able to get and just wrap up this video. I hope it's not too long. Wait for it to boot up. Here we are. Wait for the screen to kind of warm up. We have the Welcome to Windows 95 thing. Let's click close on that. And if we right click on my computer, you can see it says System Windows 95. I'll bring the computer closer. And then angle the camera a little bit. It says Windows 95, version 4.1.222222222a. Registered to me with an OEM key that isn't actually the serial key, so have fun trying to figure that one out. If we go over to WinVer, boom, Windows 95. And if we open up Command, boom, Windows 95. And if we open up Computer and pop over to just C drive, and then we go over to the Help section. It says About Windows 95. You click on it, Windows 95. Now let's just shut down the computer. See right there, Start menu, Windows 95. Well, actually, let's first restart in MS-DOS mode. Microsoft Windows 95. So, just shut the computer off. You know the good thing about USB drives is they're reusable. Unlike some medium, which kind of just deteriorates over time, USB drives, you can use them forever. Oh dear, what's this? A Windows 98 boot up screen? Whoa, what is that? Clearly, something has to be going on. He duped us, you're saying. Well, your answers will all be solved. Well, they'll all be answered on this little floppy disk here. You're probably kind of wondering what's going on, and I'll explain. Let's go over and shut down, but let's actually kind of reboot into MS-DOS mode. So on this floppy disk, I'm going to have to do a quick jump cut because I need to move the tripod to put the floppy disk in. We now have our floppy disk in the drive. Let's navigate to the A drive directory. And then we're going to run something called runmefirst.bat. It's a batch file. Oh, there goes my water. Let's take a drink of that first. I'm thinking maybe I could do like some ASMR. Drinking that water. So, run first. Just uncompress our files. Those astute viewers will be able to figure out what we're doing, but I'm gonna explain it for those that don't get it just yet. Okay, files uncompressed perfectly. So we're gonna go over to our C drive again. Go over to Things. Run the supplied batch file called run me, and you look here. Please use this at your own risk. I am not liable for any failure or failure to heed warnings or improper use. Do you understand? Do you? Now, you hit enter or exit. We're going to hit enter. This is your last warning. You'll be prompted for each replacement. You figured out what we're doing now? That might have kind of broken something, but I'll go into more explanation later. Oh, so now we're gonna just restart the computer, and you'll kind of see what went on. If you didn't already figure out what was going on, I'm gonna explain. On this floppy disk, here, I have a zip file and a batch file. Inside that, well, the batch file unzips the zip file. That's sort of a given. Inside the zip file are a set of files. Those replace the key elements from Windows 98 to be Windows 95. I found that Windows 95 was so unstable on this computer that it wasn't even worth messing with. So I took the files from Windows 98. Well, I took Windows 98, installed it, and then I was able to modify the files to make them look like Windows 95. I will be doing a full tutorial later on, but to end this video, I have a form of Windows 9X on here. It works fine. I've been playing games. It works perfectly. All the drivers are installed. So if you like this video, please thumbs it up. If you didn't, find that other button. Put a comment down below, and stay tuned for the tutorial on how to make Windows 98 into Windows 95. Thank you.